focused sport. It consists of the free lift, squat, bench and deadlift, and there's ego lifting, because it's just seeing how much weight you can actually lift. For the squat is you have to squat parallel, so your hips need to be parallel to the floor. I like to describe it as the top of your hip crease being lower than the top of your knee. Obviously you have to follow the commands as well, so squat, you squat down. When you come back up you have to wait for the rack command so you can put it back on the rack, so if you miss any of those you won't get the lift. Bench, obviously, bench press, lower the bar to your chest, pause briefly until the ref shouts press, and then you press it back up. Deadlift's probably the easiest one because the only command is down, so you get to pretty much sort yourself out, lift it up whenever you're ready. Anything else?
Powerlifting for 3 years, almost. I've been preparing for competition and I soon have my first Formula 1. I do this as a hobby, but like my job is a dietitian. I just try not to keep them separate basically, and I work clinically, but then I like doing sports as a hobby.
I'm 30 years old. I currently work at Lush. I'm a sales assistant, but I also manage the social media platform. So that's like content creation, and I do like most of the photography for the bath bombs and the soaps. And I do powerlifting as a hobby.
So I'm Shanice. I'm 26 years of age. I'm a powerlifter, and I'm also training to be a personal trainer so I can help women get strong.
I was actually talking to my friend Sam, who's an Instagram friend from the States. He's a powerlifter as well, and I was asking him how can I kind of like get in shape, and he actually recommends that I do powerlifting. And then 2 years ago I started going to the gym with my gym buddy Holly, and we started training with a PT, and he was the one who kind of like slowly introduced us into powerlifting, just bit by bit. I realized that I kind of like, well, this is actually really, really nice. I'm really enjoying it, so I just ended up doing powerlifting training.
Going to the gym when I was quite young because of scoliosis, and then I was basically, instead of paying with physios, I just decided to go to the gym. So after a shoulder injury for 3 years, I found my trainer who basically just gave me, usual rehab training programs, and then I was just like, I want to do something with this bar. Like, it was just helping me release the stress and everything.
9 months ago properly. Before that I've always obviously been into fitness. I love going to the gym, I love working out, but I think powerlifting kind of came into play when I realised I had a massive insecurity about the size of my legs. So I've always had quite slim legs, and when I would bodybuild I just found it so hard to put mass on. And I found that when I was lifting heavier, it was easier for me to put muscle on. And I also found that
I'm quite active on Instagram as well, and I tend to post like photos and videos of me doing my lift at the gym. But a lot of people tend to kind of like, people who don't really do powerlifting tend to criticize me for it, because they're like, oh, you're gonna hurt yourself. A lot of people tend to assume that I can't lift heavy just because I'm quite small. Some people try to criticize my form and think they know more than people who have trained in powerlifting for like longer. So it's just a lot of, should I say, mansplaining?
powerlifter, they're always quite taken aback, probably mainly because the typical idea of a powerlifter isn't someone who would necessarily look like me. I'm quite slim, obviously I'm a female, so they're quite shocked, but I've not really had any particular assumptions. It's more just the shock that they get, and then they follow up questions asking me how much I can lift and stuff like that, so it's nice to show off. The heaviest I've ever squatted is 125. My heaviest bench is 62.5, and my heaviest deadlift is 157.5.
The biggest achievement, I will say, in my training is lifting the fucking 80 kilo Atlas stone. Okay,
having the courage to actually enter a competition, because I don't really have a lot of confidence in myself. and being able to do that and lift that much in front of a lot of people is quite a big achievement for me, I guess.